Police confirm further details on Bondi terrorist attack, with gunmen said to be father and son. Police have confirmed further details about the Bondi Beach terrorist attack, which has left at least 16 dead in a horrifying incident. Speaking at a press conference yesterday evening, Police Commissioner of the New South Wales Police Force confirmed that the two shooters who carried out the awful attack were father and son, also stating that the two active explosive devices were found, removed and made safe, describing them as of fairly basic construction, and saying, "I'm very glad those devices were not activated." The attack was aimed at an Australian Jewish celebration at the famous Bondi Beach, with the older gunman dying after being shot by police. The father was confirmed to be licensed for 6 firearms, with 6 removed from the scene in Bondi. The Prime Minister of Australia called the attack a pure act of evil, and also adding that their government is set to dedicate every single resource that is required in response to the horrific crime. Amongst the dead was a British-born rabbi named Ali Shuglanga. I apologize if I got it wrong. A 10-year-old girl, with the gunmen opening fire with what was described by police as long guns. The pair fired on the Archer Park area of the popular beach, aiming at a celebration of Hanukkah, the Jewish festival of lights. I mean, it's horrifically sad that, regardless of what you think of a certain religion, doesn't matter. It's really sad that people cannot go out and celebrate their religion and have a good time with their friends, family and whatnot without something like this happening. Like, it's just tragic. This shouldn't be happening. Like, it's 2025 for fuck's sake. Things like this, where you're injuring people and killing people, it's just horrible and it's just disheartening in so many ways. A total of 42 people have been taken to hospital due to the attack. The younger attacker, a 24-year-old man, suffered critical injuries and was taken to hospital under police guard. The incident has been described as a terrorist attack, and police confirmed they were increasing their presence today around Jewish places of worship. In addition to this, police stated that they are still investigating any motives or ideologies of the father and son and will not discuss any further details at this time. A video has since gone viral, which is what you see up here, of a heroic bystander disarming one of the shooters, later confirmed to be a 43-year-old dad of 2, Ahmed Al-Hakmed. The man reportedly owns a fruit shop, and his cousin, speaking to 7 News Australia, explained that he is now in hospital, having been shot twice in the arm and shoulder, being praised by New South Wales Prime Minister Chris Minns as a genuine hero. And what I saw from a previous article, there is now a GoFundMe, or a fundraiser at least, being raised for this man. I think so far 1 million has been raised, which is really good stuff. And I hope he makes a speedy recovery from, his injuries and whatnot. My wife and I are appalled and saddened by the most dreadful anti-Semitic terrorist attack on Jewish people attending the celebration at Bondi Beach. Our hearts go out to everyone who has been affected so dreadfully, I should say, including the police officers who were injured while protecting members of their community, and the police, emergency services and members of the public whose heroic actions no doubt prevented even greater horror and tragedy. In times of hurt, Australians always rally together in unity and resolve. I know that the spirit of the community and the love that shines so brightly in Australia and the light at the heart of the Hanukkah festival will always trumpet over the darkness of such evil. Regardless of any sort of religion out there, people should be allowed to celebrate their beliefs and have a good time and a safe time while doing so. Like, it's sad to see that, of all the religions, Jewish people seem to get it the worst, at least in my opinion anyway. History has taught us that Jewish people seem to be the most targeted religion folks out there for some reason or another. And it's shameful that this is still happening all these years later. Like, people need to get a life. People need to, like, grow up. People need to be adults and just get on with their lives. If you don't like a certain religion, ignore it. Pretend it's not there. Be a grown-up. Be a responsible adult. But of course, if you're someone who's doing a terrorist attack, then you are none of those things. You are not an adult. You are not a reasonable citizen. You are not a mature adult. You are a coward and you are a pussy, if I'm being really honest. And that goes for any sort of like terrorism in any sort of country or targeting any sort of event or whatever it may be. Anybody who was affected by these events over in Australia, regardless if they're, you know, even if they don't, even if there's people who might not be living in Australia anymore, but I've heard about these events, I might still have family back in Australia or wherever it may be. You know, my heart goes out to everyone who were affected by this story. And that especially goes for all the victims out there. Especially the 10-year-old girl who was apparently the youngest to be killed within that terrorist attack that just happened. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in to today's episode. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.